Sheriff arrested for helping a local range illegally acquire machine guns. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, Wolverines, and welcome back to my channel. This is John Crump News, where we discuss everything 2A related. My name is John Crump. I happen to be an investigative journalist with several investigations going on right now into the gun world. Today, we're going to be talking about a story that a lot of you have asked me to cover, so I'm going to cover it. Sorry it took me so long to get to it. I've just been busy with a bunch of other stuff, and this is the case: the United States of America versus Charles Alston Jenkins, better known as Chuck Jenkins, and Robert Justin Crump. Now that we know the case, let's go ahead and talk about the players. Chuck Jenkins is the sheriff of Frederick, Maryland. Frederick, Maryland is in the western part of the state. Maryland is a very anti-gun state, but the western part kind of leans conservative, and they are definitely more pro-gun than the rest of the state. Robert Crump is a owner of a shooting range known as the Machine Gun Nest, which is just on the outside of Frederick, Maryland. And now let's get into what they are being charged with. Machine guns are very hard to come by. In fact, to get a machine gun, you have to jump through a bunch of hoops. One of the easiest ways to get a machine gun is to get something called a law letter. A law letter is a letter from a law enforcement agency that goes to the ATF that says that someone is acquiring a machine gun for demonstration purposes. And apparently, Chuck Jenkins issued 5 law letters for the Machine Guns Nest, saying that they were buying the machine guns to demonstrate to the Frederick County Sheriff's Department. But that isn't the case, actually. It seems that the machine guns were purchased for rentals. So basically, the law letter would say, get this machine gun because they need to demonstrate this to us. And then they would take the machine gun and rent it out to the general public and never demonstrate it to the law enforcement agency. Now, I don't have a problem with this, but the ATF sure as hell did, and they brought it in front of a Baltimore grand jury. The grand jury decided to indict the sheriff and the owner of the Machine Gun Nest for lying on federal forms, which is a big no-no. The grand jury heard testimony from the ATF that said that the Machine Gun Nest was bringing in over $100,000 a year in machine gun rentals. One of the machine guns that they pointed out that was purchased for rental, which it was only supposed to be used for demonstration purposes, was a M249 SAW, which is a belt-fed machine gun by FN, and I really would love to get one of those. They look sweet. So, what is going to happen here? They are going to go on trial where they will have to fight against the ATF, who is going to try to put them in jail. Lying on a federal form is a big no-no, especially when it comes to machine guns. Can the sheriff win? Yeah, he can definitely win. Will he win? I don't know. We will have to see. But this is the ATF going after a shooting range and a sheriff because they don't like their politics. And the ATF is very anti-gun. The sheriff and the shooting range probably did violate some type of law, but the ATF is making it out to be this huge thing when it's a victimless crime. I mean, no one got killed with any of those machine guns. The machine guns were never in criminal hands, and they were just rented out to the general public, which has a right to use machine guns. Me, I believe that a machine gun should be shipped to your house from Sears, but that's just me. I want to go back to those days where I can get a Thompson machine gun from the Sears catalog, have it delivered to my door without a background check, and be able to go in my backyard and blast off rounds. But I'm not the average person, and I might have a little bit different view of machine guns than most of the general public. I also believe you should be able to have RPGs and SAM missiles, but that's for another video, I guess. So that is what's going on. We don't know very much right now other than the charges, and the sheriff's department has been in communication with not only the ATF but the DOJ for over a year, and we will see what happens. Sheriff Jenkins is still on duty, so he is still the acting sheriff and the sheriff of Frederick. So we will see how this plays out, but the sheriff is very hopeful, and we will see. All right, guys, that is it for today. I do want to say that we need your prayers. My father-in-law is going in for brain surgery tomorrow. That's why there's no John Crump live for the rest of the week. Depending on how that goes, I might be doing videos, I might not. It is a risky surgery, and we really, really need your prayers. So if you can say a prayer for my father-in-law, Nick, it would be 100% appreciated by me, my wife, and the rest of my family. All right, guys, stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keep in the fight. I'm out of here. Wolverines, motherfucker.